Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Bing Our School Needs webinar. My name is Jeff Rago, and I'm going to be hosting this evening. We have two very special panelists that will be joining us, who are on your screens right now. First is Liz Gerber, who is the Group Marketing Manager for Bing Microsoft. Say hi, Liz.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have Melanie Deppens, who is the Director of Program Expansion Partnerships at DonorsChoose.org. Hello, Melanie.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey. All right, we're going to get started with all of your questions, try to get those answers out, but before we do that, we have an introduction video that we'd like to start with to give you kind of an overview of the program, and then we'll come right back with our panel.
What does your school need?
Everyone deserves a great education.
Unfortunately, sometimes it comes down to resources.
So Bing, the search engine, is having a contest.
It's all about telling the story of what your school needs.
My school needs a wrestling room.
Lots of microscopes.
Enough art supplies for all the kids. Your school can win $100,000 by telling its story.
What does your school need?
I wish my school had a dance room. My school needs an art program.
I wish our school had a garden.
Our kids could learn where their food comes from. What does your school need? Costumes for school plays.
Our school needs a spaceship, a giant dog, and a giant cat. What does your school need?
Funding for supplies for teachers.
Last year, I had to choose between construction paper and copy paper. I don't want to have to do that this year.
My school doesn't have a library, and we could really use one.
What does your school need?
My school needs a tire swing.
I want to take my seniors to see what colleges are like.
I hope my classroom gets air conditioning.
What does your school need?
Programs for dyslexic kids like me. I wish I had enough books. More books.
Access to books.
My school needs enough books for everyone in class.
You could win $100,000 for your school.
For my school.
What could your school?
What could your school?
What could your school do with $100,000?
That's a lot of money.
So grab a camera or write an essay or take some pictures and show everyone why your school should win.
I'm gonna enter.
I'm gonna enter.
My friends and I are gonna make a video.
I'm gonna start taking some pictures.
I'm gonna interview my friends, I'm gonna interview my teacher, and I'm gonna show everyone why my school should win. You better watch out, because I'm starting tomorrow.
Dude, grab a camera.
I think we can win.
I wanna win.
I think we're gonna win.
What does your school need?
Okay, we're back, but I'd like to toss it over to Liz. Liz, could you give us sort of a general overview of the program, and then we'll get into some questions that we've gotten from some of the people that have signed up.
Sure, absolutely. And just want to say I'm really excited to be talking to you all today. And we launched the education initiative about almost a year ago at Bing. And being the grandchild of two high school teachers, being able to partner with you all on making sure that schools get what they need is super exciting for me. The Our School Needs contest is designed to help schools across the country really get resources that they need, and it could be things like art supplies or remodeling the gym, really anything that's going to contribute to the learning and education process for students. We're going to award $250,000 across 4 schools in need, so there will be a $50,000 prize that gets awarded to 3 first prize winners, and then there'll be one $100,000 grand prize that will go to the top school. And entering is super easy. We encourage students and teachers to work together. You know, they can be in small groups and classes, or even, you know, across the entire school, to write an essay and take pictures about what their school needs the most. We're also encouraging entrants to submit a 1 to 3 minute video along with their entry that really shows people what their school needs the most, but the video is optional. And what's really great about the contest is that even if you are not one of those winners of those big prizes, we're making sure that everybody can kind of come out as a winner. During the finalist voting period, the first 30,000 people who vote on the finalist entries each day will receive a $3 donation code through Donors Choose that can be applied to the classroom project of their choice if it's listed on Donors Choose. So that is up to $900,000 that we'll be giving away through donation codes to help classroom projects. So it's really exciting. The contest site is live today, ready for submissions at bing.com/ourschoolneeds. And you can go there for a how-to kit, a how-to-promote kit is up on that website as well.
Great. Liz, are you ready to take some questions?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. First question I have here is, what is the actual date that your entry needs to be up and running to start receiving votes?
Today we are live to take submissions. So once you have the entry ready, you can submit it to the website as soon as you're ready, and then start telling friends, family, or anybody you can to start rating the videos. And that rating period will extend through October 24th. In which case, and then we go into a judging period for the finalist round.
Great, great. Now, next question I have is there anything that you want us to avoid doing in the videos or pictures or essays?
Well, certainly there are the basics. You know, we want to keep it, proper language and things like that. Those are no-brainers. You do have the option of using music to make the video more interesting and engaging, but we do ask that the music be original, so written, performed by the students in the school. If that's not an option, we've actually posted several songs on the contest site that you can use free of charge for your contest if you don't have an original score that you want to use for the video.
Cool. Next question I have for you, how will finalists be chosen, and are there any specific criteria for projects to be evaluated by?
To answer the first part, how will they be chosen? Through the rating period, everybody can rate these submissions, and then we will take the top rated in each category, the 5 top rated submissions in each category, so a total of 15 will be guaranteed a slot in the final panel. We will also have top editors picks, the sort of unsung heroes, 5 again in each in age group. So a total of 30 will be going over to the distinguished panel of judges, and then they will determine the top 15 finalists, which will then be voted on again by the public. In terms of criteria, it's really about capturing that spirit of what the school needs. What is super important from a student perspective, from a teacher perspective, to helping those kids get the education that they really need. So the creativity, the sort of the emotion aspect of it, the connection back to education, those are all important criteria that we'll be looking at. And there's a full, in the contest rules, there's an even more detailed description of what the criteria is that we're looking at.
Great. Next question I have for you, about the $3 per person that you brought up earlier. Is it going to be $3 per person per vote, and how many votes will each person be allowed? So I guess that's 2 questions.
Yes. So you can vote up to 5. You can vote for 5 entries a day, but you will only receive 1 code per day. So that's how we're limiting the codes, and each code is worth $3. You can vote for up to 5 different entries per day during the voting round.
Per day?
Per day, yes. But only 1 Donors Choose giving code will be awarded per person per day.
Now, next question I have for you, are arts-related programs considered in the same manner as other unfunded educational endeavors? So are arts the same as sports or science or math, or are they all just in the same category?
What does that school need, and what's the compelling story about how, if that curriculum or supplies or what have you were funded, how would that really support the the education process. So we're looking across all needs equally, and again, you know, it kind of goes back to what the public is feeling is a compelling story.
Makes sense. Can we use local media outlets like the paper to help spread the word?
Absolutely. We think that's a great idea. We've built a how to promote kit that gives you some tips and tricks on leveraging resources like your local newspaper, community centers, you know, certainly social networks to drive awareness around your entry. We think that's a great idea.
Great. Can there be multiple submissions per school?
Yes, there can be, but we do ask that the content is actually unique. So there can be multiple entries from the single school, even for the same need, but we just ask that the way that it's presented and the content that you're using to communicate that need is unique.
Will Bing consider special needs of severely disabled children through this campaign?
Yes, so again, it goes back to the same criteria. You know, is it communicating what the school needs? Is it does it provide sufficient background on the school and their student body and their community, and how is all of that being communicated in a memorable way? And so certainly if there's a need around special needs.
Okay. Now, are there any requests that are off limits?
Not really. I mean, again, you know, goes back to criteria. You know, some folks trying to get vacation funded, and there's not a connection back to the education process or the curriculum, then yes, that is off limits. But if it is about going to Spain with the Spanish class and you're going to visit museums and things like that, then yes, you know, then that works into the criteria.
Very great. Cool. So we have another question here. It's a lot of money. Does all of that money need to be spent on a single project?
It does need to be spent on what is articulated within the submission. So, you know, we want that to be sort of capturing the essence of what you're asking the money for. But all of the, you know, donation codes that we're giving out through the voting period then allows you to elicit funding that would go towards any project that's listed on Donors Choose. So if there are other things that you want to put money towards, so, you know, put their codes towards those projects.
Great. And now another question I have, which is the second part of this first question. Will high poverty schools be given more consideration? Well,
we are, like we said, you know, we're opening the rating to the public. So really it is the public that is deciding based on, you know, how compelling the submission is, how it's being communicated. And so we are leaving it up to the public to vote and weigh in on those things. As I did mention, we will have editorial picks that will go into the finalist round, and so if we feel like there's an unsung hero that through, you know, whatever reasons isn't getting the publicity that maybe some of the other entries are, but we feel like it's a really worthy and great submission, then we'll try to get that into the submission round.
Okay, now
into the finalist round.